And it is a lovely, dusty, creamy, ivory, oystery beige. Hi friends, welcome back. I'm MC, a knit and crochet designer and yarn dyer from Connecticut, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Blame the Knots, on my website, blametheknots.com, and of course, right here on YouTube where you can get to know me a little bit better. Today is Monday, June 2nd. I'm filming this a little bit earlier than usual, so I'm a little bit off kilter. And we are here for episode 50 of the podcast. I cannot believe that we are already in June. I cannot believe that we're at episode 50. It is wild. And we have somehow not much and also a lot to talk about today. We have some knitting, we have some spinning, and we have a lot of yarn. So let's start by talking about what I am wearing, and that is the Krewe Neck Tee. This is a new design by me that has a really fun slip stitch detail in the ribbing, and it will be releasing this Friday, June 6th. So that should also be when this video is coming out. And so therefore, if you're watching this video, the pattern has already been released. It is a DK weight pattern, and I will talk about what yarn I used to make it a little bit later on. So this I have been wearing, honestly, nonstop, and I love it so much, and I can't wait for you all to be able to make one yourselves. All right, right into our finished objects, and also, oh, hang on. We're just gonna pretend I don't have a mountain of boxes over here next to me. Normally, if I have a mess in my office, I clean it up and hide it before I film, but today I did not because I had to move some things around over there. I had to pull out my sewing machine, which you can kind of see, but my drum carder was there, and therefore I had to move my drum carder. There's not many places that fits very well, so it's currently sitting on the floor, and I know that is not the best place for it, but it is where it goes right now. And so I have it covered in boxes so that no one gets hurt on it, because it's very pointy and sharp, and I need to figure out something else to do with it. And I also have a fleece that I'm gonna mail off to a friend. And you know, I didn't want to hide my mess today. I just wanted to bring it with me into the podcast. So let's start talking about our finished objects now. First things first, I finished something that I had just started last time, and that is my Central Pearl Light. I made this in the colorway Power Surge, which is one of my colorways, and this is on my For Sure fingering base. Ow, I just hit myself in the face. This is on my For Sure fingering base. This is my Central Pearl Light. I know the name is hard to say, but you know, I committed to it a couple of years ago, and we're just gonna, we're stuck. We're stuck with it, okay? You can call it whatever you want. I don't mind. I'm gonna try and get you to see some of the detail of it. It has a garter panel up the center, and then it has an option in the pattern for straps or racerback. I did straps. I also did waist shaping, which is an option in the pattern. You can do it with or without waist shaping. And oh my gosh, this fits me so good. It fits me so good. I can't wait. I have not taken any pictures of it. Have I worn it out yet? Actually, I think I have. But I haven't taken any pictures or anything. I think I need to make another. I think maybe I need to make like a neutral. Ooh. I'll show you a color later that maybe I'll make it in. I feel like I need to make this as like a basic. And so the original Central Pearl is in DK. This one is fingering weight, and I have some plans for some other related patterns. I don't have a release date for this or goal because inspiration kind of hit and I didn't have a plan, so I just made it. So let me know how much you want this and if I should bump things so that I can release this. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about that. The next thing that I finished, and we're gonna call it finished because I'm not going to show you this next time as a finished object. It's gonna be finished today. This is another sample of my Shaka bralette. I just haven't attached the straps. I like to block it first. If I have straps like this, I like to block first and then attach the straps later. So I tried it on. I think I need to take a few rows out of the straps to get the perfect fit, and then I will attach them later. I just didn't have time to do that before filming today, so we're gonna call it done because it's mostly done. This I used what am I saying? I made this using my where are my words? Okay. I used Static Shock on my No.DK base, and then I used some scraps that I had actually, which was really convenient, of Who Loves Orange Soda, which is a retired colorway now, for the contrast. Oh my god, I can't talk. Anyway, I think this was perfect. I love how this like just slightly different tones for the contrast came out. I love it so much. I cannot wait to wear this some more. And this is a pattern that is made in collaboration with my friend Mac of Mac Dye Conley, or Made by Mac here on YouTube. And Mac is doing the crochet version, and we will both be doing tester calls very soon. By the time you see this video, the tester calls might already be out, so run over to Instagram to look for tester calls if you are interested in this, or get on my newsletter because that's where I always send my tester calls first before going to Instagram. And this is slated for an August release, so very much looking forward to everyone being able to make one of those as well. Now, the next finished object that I have is kind of finished, kind of not, but it is in a way, because I have turned a sheep into fiber. And so at this point in my process, in my brain, I call this finished because it is fiber. And then when I decide to turn it from fiber into yarn, that will be a new process. So this is actually only one of the boxes. I have another one that is just like this. I just ran out of room on my desk. I have another box full of bats like this. This is a Shetland cross that I got at Rhinebeck last year. I see a little piece of VM and I want it gone. I want you gone. Go away. Anyway. This is so good. I will hold it up really close for you to see. Oh, look at it. It's so good. It's so good. This is the most magical fleece. It honestly had like pretty white locks with like deep, deep gray to almost black tips. It was such a cool fleece. And honestly, when it was dirty before it was washed, it looked like it was gonna be gray like this, and then it turned out to be white with dark tips. I mean, it looked like it had dark tips before, but it looked like it was shades of gray, and then it turned out to be white with dark tips. And then when you carded them all together, this is what it came out like. And I am in love. I have pretty much exactly 11 ounces. I think I have like 11.04 ounces of fiber. And I'm thinking that that might be my Tour de Fleece spin this year. I have to look up when Tour de Fleece is, but I am looking forward to that. I have a couple little spinning projects to finish up beforehand, and then I'm really excited to dive into this one. Works in progress is maybe going to be pretty quick today because I don't have a ton that I've been working on. which is wild. I finished the, what's it called? Shaka Bralette and the Central Pearl Light. I was really focused on finishing those up, and I haven't done much else since then. Oh my gosh, I keep kicking things. So one thing that I cast on that I have been dreaming about for a while is a blanket. And I had these 5 skeins of Amble from the Fiber Co. And they were all different colors, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with them. I initially bought them to make a stripes sweater by Andrew Mowry, but they're alpaca, and I have since learned that I can handle Surrey alpaca, but regular alpaca yarn on me makes me a little bit itchy. So I really wanted to make them a blanket. I've been wanting to make them a blanket for a long time, and I was thinking and thinking and thinking about what I wanted it to look like, and then I was thinking, do I need to design something? I couldn't find exactly what I wanted, and then I was literally going to Ravelry just to take a screenshot of a blanket search, like a general blanket search, so that I could post it on Instagram and like ask people for recommendations for blankets. And the second result in that search was the macaron blanket by Pearl Soho. This blanket, I saw it and I was like, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. It's more than just doing a rectangle with 5 different colored stripes. It's just enough interest. It's garter, which is my dream. And so I started it. So the first color that I'm using is this brown, but it's like a really, really rich orangey brown, and it is called Cat Bells. Is that focusing? I can't tell what it is focusing on. There we go. There we go. This is called Cat Bells, and it's perfect. You can see just the tiniest bit. There is some shaping, so at the edges of the blanket, it is starting to curl. I haven't gotten very far, but I like it. I love it. This is going to be a long-term project, I think, and just going to kind of work on it when I feel like it, and that's it. I desperately need to figure out what I want to cast on next, because I don't know. I have some hand spun that I really, really, really want to work with. I have some hand spun that I'm currently in the middle of making that I really, really, really want to work with. I have a bunch of design ideas floating around in my head, but they're all summery at the moment. We're running out of time to release things in the summer, so I don't know. If you have any thoughts, I'll probably have already made a decision, but if you have an idea of something that you want me to cast on next, you can feel free to let me know, and I'll see what I can do. The only other work in progress that I have is spinning. And I have actually, a reason that I haven't cast on anything new in the past couple of days is because I have really been focused on this, because I really, really wanted to get it done, and it was going slower than I typically like to spin. So I wanted to focus and just finish it up. So I finished both bobbins of my spin for a sweater. And this is, was two 4-ounce braids. So I have 8 ounces total of On the Road, which is a one-of-a-kind on Jacob from Wee Chickadee Wool Company, Wool Co. And I spun 1 braid onto each bobbin. I did combination or parallel drafting for them. So I split each braid into 8 skinny little bits, and then I drafted them together so that you can see, I mean, I think you can see on some of the places in here that you get some like barber pulling of the different colors. This is very, very low contrast, which is what I was looking for. I think it is probably a more effective drafting technique when you have higher contrast, but this is what I wanted. So I'm glad I got it. 1 bobbin is probably better than the other because I had never tried this technique before and I was kind of like getting better at it as I went along. But you know what? I think once I apply them together, it's gonna be fine and I'm gonna love it and I cannot wait to work with it. The only problem is that applying always takes me so much longer than I think it's going to. So I'm hoping to start applying these tonight. I'll definitely have finished yarn by the next time I see you, but I don't think I'll be able to cast this on as quickly as I would like to, which would honestly be like today, but that's not gonna happen. So I can't wait. I cannot wait to use this. I just have to get through the applying. There are currently men walking around my neighborhood wearing cow aprons. So I think they're going door to door for some reason, which like, why do we still do that? But hopefully we don't get interrupted. I don't know. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about in the shop today, and first of all, we have something that I've been trying to get out for a little while now, and that is a set of mini skeins. This is my mixtape mini skein set, and this is one with my entire neon It's Electric collection. So we have Live Wire, Static Shock, Power Surge, Shockwave, and What's Up. You get a 20-gram mini of each. This is on my Furniture fingering base. 20 grams of each, and they will be bundled up together. So if you have any stripy patterns that you want to do, or you want to do something with like a lot of contrast colors, some little stripes, how fun would this be of like at the bottom of a sleeve, or some striped socks or something. That would be really fun. So these are not currently in the shop as I am filming this, but they will be available in the shop soon. I really hope they'll be up by the time you see this. But I have some things that will be getting in the way this week that you will learn about soon. Sorry to be like mysterious about it, but by the time this video goes up, you will know why I can't do a lot of things this week. But right now I can't talk about it. Anyway, so this is a new item in the shop, mixtape mini skein sets, and we also have one of those for a new collection that is launching soon, and that is this beautiful Back in My Day collection, and I love it. Oh my god, it's so good. Okay, let's start talking about all of these colors. So this, like I said, is going to be the Back in My Day collection, and this is a collection inspired by all the silly little fun sayings, words, phrases, whatever from back in the day that honestly I think should be used in conversation more frequently. So, firstly, the first one we have, most of these that I'm going to show you are on fingering weight, but I have a couple that are in my No Da DK base because the fingering's not dry yet, and so I will show you, I'll let you know what I've got. First up, we have Makin' Whoopee, and this is definitely gonna blow out a little bit. Yep, that's not accurate. That's better. That's better. It is a pretty kind of dirty mauve, rosy color, and I love it. It's so good. This one is so good. It's like the teensiest bit purpley pink. I love it so much. I have a plan. I think I don't like committing to things too far in advance, but at the moment I have a really lovely, self-indulgent, beautiful design coming out in February with this color, and I think it would just be perfect. I think it's gonna be perfect. So that is Makin' Whoopee. Next up, we have a little bit deeper, you know, because maybe our relationships get a little bit more intense. So we have Going Steady, and oh no, hello, that's bright. Okay, I'm just gonna hold them all back here. This is Going Steady. It is really like magenta-y, kind of plummy, a little bit deeper than magenta, really rich, beautiful color. Oh my gosh, it's very like a raspberry kind of color. Then what do we want to do next? Let's see, we have let me show you this one next, because then I can finally talk about what I'm wearing. And this is one on my Noda DK base, and this is Kerfuffle. And this is what I made my chair ran away from me. My Krewe Neck Tee in Kerfuffle. So this is this lovely emerald green color. Very rich, very jewel toned. I love it so much. So yeah, that is Kerfuffle. I'm destroying my skeins. Then we have this deep blue that honestly, I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty. And like rounds out the collection nicely. And then when I dyed it up, I was like, no, I have to make something out of it. This is this lovely, I'll show it up close, but that's too bright. Lovely, lovely deep moody blue called Knuckle Sandwich. And I need something in this. I need something in this. It's like that perfect blue jean color. How many times can I say I love it? So okay, let's do a quick recap because we're halfway through. Makin' Whoopee. Going Steady. Kerfuffle. Knuckle Sandwich. And then I will show you this one next. No, I'll show you these next. We have another one on my DK base at the moment. And this one is called Fiddlesticks. And it is a really green, kind of like very ripe avocado. I don't know how to tell when food is ripe, when produce is ripe, if I'm being completely honest. It's a very avocado-y, like that, like really mod avocado color. Mid-century modern avocado color, and it's so good. And I am planning on using this in the fall with Don't Cry Shop Girl. I'm going to use this Fiddlesticks as a contrast color for Don't Cry Shop Girl, and I can't wait. It's gonna be so fun. Also, I have it tied up on boucle. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Then the next one that we have is Bob's Your Uncle. Now this phrase I have learned is more of a British phrase, but you know, we can be worldly. Bob's Your Uncle means kind of like, and there it is, you know, like bing bang boom, Bob's your uncle, there you go, you got it, kind of thing. I used to work with a lot of British people, so to me this became a very normal saying. But this is Bob's Your Uncle, and it is a lovely, dusty, creamy, ivory, oystery beige. And finally, our last two that we have are this gorgeous, gorgeous caramel that I need to make something out of ASAP, and this is Whippersnapper. I love it. Oh, that's too bright. Yes, that's better. This is Whippersnapper. And then you cannot go wrong with a good basic brown. So this is Curmudgeon. It's a beautiful, beautiful brown, deep, deep brown, like the color of Hershey's chocolate. And I love it. And there are so many good pairings within this collection. So many good pairings. I mean, obviously, like, some of them I paired up intentionally, like Curmudgeon and Whippersnapper, like the names kind of go together, right? But like the colors, these are beautiful together. Making Whoopee and Going Steady, I mean, come on. Then, honestly, Bob's Your Uncle could go beautifully with like so many different things. I mean, it could go with really anything. It's just a neutral that matches really well, but like Whippersnapper and Knuckle Sandwich, right? I mean, honestly, it could go with so many different things. This Curmudgeon can go so well with so many things. I love it. So anyway, back to our mini skein sets. I actually have some as well of these. So this is a mini skein set that has Knuckle Sandwich, Bob's Your Uncle, Making Whoopee, Kerfuffle, and Going Steady. And I think they are so pretty together. I was also playing around, and I think like, what did I have? I can't remember. This one. Yeah, this. So fun. But then also I was looking at, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Is it that? I mean, that's a fun one too, but I think throwing things around. Yeah, this is the one. Oh no, I threw it again. This is what these like, they like felt like this before, and I was like, yeah, that's fun. I love it. Anyway, this is such a fun collection. All of these are tonals. So as you can see, they're not fully solid. There is tonality within them. And I love them. I love them so much. Oh, I was gonna ask you a question. I got all excited. I have a couple of these mini skein sets made up already in these colors. Would you like me to assemble other mini skein sets of like where I pick and choose different colors and put them together? Or would you like an option where you can kind of like assemble your own? You get to pick the 5 that you want to put in a mini skein set, and it's basically like, 5 20-gram skeins is 100 grams, so it's the same yardage as a skein of yarn. What works better for you? What do you like better? Because I can keep playing with these, but also, what if there's a set that you like 4 of them and you don't love the 5th one or something like that? Would it be better for you to assemble your own? Let me know. This collection I am hoping to release mid-June. Normally I would like to be able to say like, and it's in the shop today, but I just know that that's not going to happen. And then next week is my birthday, and to be honest, I don't want to be doing admin then. So we're gonna aim for middle of June, like smack dab in the middle, maybe June 15th or something like that. But follow me on Instagram. I will make sure to post something here as well whenever it's going live. I won't just like spring it on you and say like it's live. I will give you a little bit of notice beforehand. And then, yeah, I can't wait to see what you make. I can't wait to see what I make. I have so many ideas, so many plans. I've been talking about this forever. Let's wrap this up. Oh, one thing that I forgot to talk about in the shop, but it kind of can transition us into life stuff, is that I posted my vlog from my trip to Hawaii, and I set that up as a premiere last Saturday, and it was really fun. Thank you so much to everyone who showed up. I was nervous that no one would come. You know, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. It's not the biggest deal, but I would have been sitting there alone. So thank you to everyone who came, asked questions. I had a lot of fun. And if you have any questions, you can go leave a comment on that video. I always answer comments on Mondays. It's part of my Money Monday tasks. So if you don't know what Money Monday is, let me know and I'll talk about it one day. Anyway, other than that, we have really been kind of taking it easy, which has been really nice. It was Memorial Day weekend here in the States, so we had a long weekend, and then last weekend as well, we just kind of hung around the house, like got some chores and stuff done, and really just relaxed. And it felt so good because we were go, go, go for so long. We have been not really watching much, not really reading much. We've been watching the Murderbot show, which I don't know how I feel about. I like kind of hate it, but I also don't mind it. It's very confusing. And then we watched Mickey 17, which I also felt conflicted about. It just made me really sad. So I have been striking out a little bit with shows and movies. We also watched Rogue One because after we finally finished Andor, the show Andor, we watched Rogue One so that we could kind of refresh our memories on what happened in Rogue One, and then we could see really how the show progressed into the movie. So that was fun. Other than that, I have, unfortunately, the past couple of days, this sounds like such an old person thing to say, which is fun that I'm doing the back in my day collection. But anyway, my sciatica has really been acting up. So I've been really sore and achy, and it's not a big deal. It happens sometimes to me. The thing that stinks the most about it is that it keeps me up, and usually, like almost always, I don't have trouble sleeping when I'm in pain. I'm just used to it, and I go to sleep. But the sciatica pain prevents me from falling asleep or wakes me up or both. So that's really annoying. So I just, what's more annoying than the pain is that I'm just feeling really worn down. So I have been going to sit in the sauna at the gym like every day for a little bit, and I know that's not gonna heal sciatica, but it helps like loosen up my muscles, and I can do some gentle stretching and hopefully get things back on course. It'll be back to normal in a couple days, but for right now, I've been very uncomfortable and a little bit grumpy because I'm tired and I can't find a single comfortable place or way to sit. But such is life. Okay, I finally read something! Woohoo! Last time I had not finished a single book, and this time I have 3 to talk about, which honestly is less than I wanted it to be. I'm still very much behind on my goal. I'm trying to read 100 books this year, and I'm behind. I'm a couple of books behind, and I'm mad about it. But the thing is, I'm not mad at the number of books that I read, because honestly, if I don't hit the goal, I don't hit the goal. I'm not like putting pressure on myself to hit it, but I'm mad because the reason I'm behind is because I read a couple of books that I didn't love that put me in a slump and made me not want to pick up books. So it's their fault. They're rude. Anyway, the first one that I finished is Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. And I really like Emily Henry's books. They're the most romance, even though they're not like really full romance stories. Like they're the most romance that I can read, that I enjoy reading. And this one was not like her usuals. I listened to it. I always listen to her audiobooks because I really like the way that they're presented. And this one is about two writers that are competing for a chance to write a memoir, or not a memoir, a biography of a famous starlet. She's kind of like, she was famous for being rich, one of those type of people. Like she didn't act or sing or anything. She was just famous because she was really rich. And it was fine. I did like the end, parts of the end. I liked, okay, this is hard to describe. I liked how some characters wrapped things up, but other than that, it got boring, and there was a lot of fluff that didn't need to be there. And if you liked the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, then you might very much like this book. But also, if you read the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, you don't really need to read this book. I gave it 3 stars because Emily Henry's still a really good writer and her storytelling is good even though I didn't like it. Next up, I read When the Moon Hits Your Eye by John Scalzi, and this tells the story of one day the moon turning to cheese. And everyone is kind of reacting to that, dealing with it. And I hated it. I hated it. I gave it 2.5 stars. Normally I really love John Scalzi. I really love his work. I love his banter. He's so silly. He's so silly. But this was just not it for me. It was very slice of life, which is unfortunately just not a style of book that I like. And it didn't really tell a story from start to finish. It told little vignettes of like this person dealing with the moon turning to cheese, and then this person dealing with the moon turning to cheese, and then this person dealing with the moon turning to cheese. And there wasn't much that really connected things, so it was kind of almost like a bunch of short stories instead of a full-length novel. And oh my god, the way it ended, oh, I hated it. I hated it so much. I hated it so much. This book made me not want to pick up my book to read, and it made me mad that it was making me not want to read. I have since moved on, and I'm currently reading a different John Scalzi book, and I am loving every second of it. So this was just a one-off. It didn't work for me. It might work for you. It's a hilarious concept. Also, I've read a lot of John Scalzi's books at this point in time, and like, I'm sorry, but whoever his editor is, there are so many typos in his books. There are more typos in his books than I see in any other books. And okay, when I say there's a lot, there's like 3 throughout a novel. So like, don't think they're illegible. Don't think that you can't enjoy his books, because they're really good. But like, I find more in his books than I find in any other books ever. And I just wish his editor paid a little bit more attention. But that's a me problem, because I really pay attention to that kind of stuff. It's kind of my job. Anyway, the next book that I read is Slow Productivity by Cal Newport. And this is a nonfiction about, well, slow productivity, about not burning out, about taking your time, about how sometimes you can do more by doing less. And you don't always need to be busy every second of the day. And sometimes, you know, you can, by focusing on 1 or 2 tasks, you can accomplish more than if you were trying to focus on 10 or 12 tasks, which honestly is a message that I need to beat into my noggin. I gave it 4 stars in the end. I was not super impressed in the beginning, because I really wanted to be, I went into it like really wanting to be inspired. Like, go do this and go do that, and, you know, like change your life kind of thing. And it was way more research based than I was anticipating. But that's just a me thing. That's like, I went into it with the wrong expectations. That's not really the book's fault. But then by the end, I was like, actually, this is so interesting. There were so many little stories about various people in business, famous people, companies that changed the way that they like have certain protocols and stuff to fit into this slow productivity mindset. And I really liked it by the end. It did end up being a little bit inspiring. So I enjoyed it. Anyway, I feel like I rambled about all of those books a little bit more than I intended to, but I haven't been able to talk to you about books in a while because I didn't read anything last time. Okay, thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey. We did a lot of talking and not too much talking about projects because I haven't been working on much, and we just had a lot of administrative things to cover. So I appreciate you sticking around, and until next time, take care of you, and I will see you later. Bye.